Malfunction. Need input.
Hey you guys, what is up? It is your boy Blaze here, coming at you once again from Need Input. So check it out everybody, got a possibly big Mandela effect I'm bringing to you guys today. A lot of people over on the Reddit forums and also on Facebook are talking about this one. You might want to sit down, this could be a biggie for you guys out there. Let me ask you, what color is Big Bird? Did you say all yellow? Well, that's what your boy Blaze here thought too, but that's not the case anymore, you guys. So without further ado, let's jump into it, shall we?
So this is how Big Bird looks now. Do you notice anything a little different? Here, let me show you another photo and take a closer look. Big Bird now has white feathers on his forehead and a little bit on his tail as well. Now, pretty much every photo and every video shows Big Bird with these white feathers on top his forehead. Sometimes he has a little bit, sometimes he has a lot. Now it's quite strange that Big Bird has white feathers on top his forehead, isn't it? Well, maybe not, because according to Muppetpedia, due to aging in 1993, the Muppet Workshop made yet another new Big Bird. See picture number 3. And this is the Big Bird his fans can see today. Well, let's take a look at that photo, shall we? Okay, so photo number 1 shows Big Bird with no white feathers on top his forehead. Photo number 2 shows Big Bird with no white feathers also. Photo number 3 shows Big Bird with the white feathers on top his forehead. Obviously, this is the 1993 remake of Big Bird to make him look older. Boom shakalaka, problem solved, this isn't a Mandela effect. Or is it? Just like all other Mandela effects, the history and the information provided just does not add up. This is Muppet Wiki showing Big Bird through the years. In Season 1, 1969 through 1970, Big Bird didn't have very many feathers on top his head. Then in Season 1, also in 1970, they gave his head a fuller shape and added more feathers. In episode number 1 in 1970, they gave him more feathers also and gave his eyes a little bit better features. In Season 2, 1970 to 1971, they changed his voice to be more childlike. In Season 3, 1971 through 1972, they gave him more feathers, and you can clearly see white feathers on his forehead. In Season 4, 1972 through 1976, they added more feathers and improved him more, and you can see white feathers. In Season 8, 1976 through 1978, you can see white feathers on his forehead. In Season 10, 1978 through 1982, look at all the white feathers on his forehead. 1982 to 1988, they'd improved him more, white feathers on his forehead. Season 20, 1988 through 1993, look at all those white feathers. Season 25, 1993 to 2003, white feathers on his forehead. 2004, the present, look at the white feathers, you guys. So clearly the history and information provided that in 1993 they decided to change Big Bird to look more older by adding white feathers to his forehead just doesn't add up. He had white feathers on top of his forehead long before that. Not to mention, check out this video of Big Bird featured on a 1977 episode of Hollywood Squares.
Big Bird, please.
Big Bird? Oh, not watching the board. Bell Starwood is in the mood, but this may work out. Big Bird.
Yes, yes.
You're a cager? A cager. What sport do you participate in? A cager.
A cager. Oh, gosh, I don't think I have any idea.
All right, would you like the question, Gertrude? You're a cager. What sport would you be involved in? Would you like the question, yes or no?
No.
Okay, basketball. Back to a Big Bird question. True or false, Big Bird? In some rural parts of Ohio, animals are required to wear tail lights. Animals in Ohio.
Yes, that's true, though.
Gertrude?
That is true.
I disagree.
That is true. Put an X there. We have a commercial and a good game going. We may have a tie game right after this. We'll find out.
And here's a video of Big Bird featured on the Donnie and Marie Osmond show back in the 1970s. Check out his forehead.
Our next guest talent runs from A to Z. And makes education as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Sesame Street's own Big Bird.
All right.
Oh, Big Bird! Hi there! Hi, Donnie Marie. Hey, if it's all the same to you guys, would you, not play up that alphabet and arithmetic stuff? I mean, it's not too good for my new image.
New image?
Yes, I'm thinking of moving into big-time TV.
Big Bird, I wouldn't rush into anything. You see, there aren't too many bird parts on TV.
Oh, gee. And I was hoping for the title role in Feather and Father.
If I were you, Big Bird, I'd really think it over. After all, what would Sesame Street be without Big Bird?
That's right. Besides, you're already a big comedy star.
Heck, poor Big Bird must be pretty old to have white feathers on top his head even back in the 70s. Sesame Street has numerous characters that have been on the show a very long time. It makes no sense for them to supposedly, back in 1993, age Big Bird to make him look older, but not these other characters. Characters like Grover, Bert and Ernie, Mr. Snuffleupagus, Oscar the Grouch, the Count, and even Elmo have been on the show a very long time. Why didn't they age these characters? Why did they only age Big Bird? Does that make any sense to anybody out there? There are a lot of toys, photos, and even pictures depicting Big Bird without white feathers. Now, besides having white feathers on top of his forehead, something else I've noticed with Big Bird is his eyes. Do his eyes look correct to you guys out there? Were they always pink and blue like that on the top? His eyes now kind of remind me of the old Gonzo eyes. And Gonzo's eyes, well, they remind me of Big Bird's eyes. Did they do a switcheroo? You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that.
So there you have it, you guys. Big Bird always having white feathers on his forehead. Is this a Mandela effect for you? If so, let me know in that comment section down below. You guys, this one is a weird one for me. I'm having like dual memories on this one. One part of my brain is like saying, no, Blaze, this is wrong. Big Bird has always been yellow. And I know he's always been yellow. But another part of me is like, I've seen this before. I kind of remember this. Even though I know it's 100% wrong and this is a Mandela effect for me, another part of me just a little bit is saying, this looks kind of familiar. I've seen this before. I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know how. But it's like somebody is putting these thoughts in my head that, hey, this is kind of familiar. I don't know what's going on, you guys, but I know this is wrong. Big Bird was always yellow. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Until next time, you guys, this is Blaze from Need Input saying, remember, be kind, rewind your mind. Peace out, everybody.